looking for the sports channel, Gary.
Well, hello you wonderful mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. Right then, you'll see a video playing on the other side of the screen, no sound. And this is a new anti-misogyny campaign. I think it's West Sussex. It's off the top of my head. And this is all about, you know, harassment and misogyny and all this, that and the other. And have you seen the problem already? Yeah, the people who are doing it, of course, are white boys, because factually and statistically, sexual harassment like one harassment that these kids are doing right now is white people, isn't it? I also like the way that through the video, the only person who steps up to help is a South Asian boy, which of course is yeah, hilarious. But again, it's all part of this anti-white propaganda. Like Netflix's series Adolescence. Adolescence is a series, it's a fictitious series, loosely based on a true story. And the true story is about a girl who got stabbed over a teddy bear, and stabbed by a black man. But of course we can't do that, can we? We can't demonstrate that, so we have to make it all about white kids. And again, remember when ITV did a trial? Remember when they sent out an undercover reporter, a lady, through I think it was Nottingham, streets at night, just to show the level of misogyny and, you know, and every single person who did it was foreign. Not one single white person did it. And this is because, whether you like it or not, whether it doesn't fit your narrative or not, yeah, I've got white sons. I've got 3 white sons, and all 3 of them have been or are being taught, because I'm my youngest, to respect women on an equal footing and not to be misogynistic and sexist at all, because that's how I was brought up. I was brought up that, you know, women are a vitally important part of our culture and our civilization. It is what it is. Remembering that I was born late 60s, coming into the 70s, and obviously the role of women was changing a lot. There was a lot of changes, and back then, women to be treated equally and get equal pay, absolutely, totally agree with. I can't argue with that at all. The fact that they do, but that's not enough. And now we have the new feminists whose sole purpose in life is to destroy men, because that's the right thing to do, because men are evil. Yeah, we've got all that. But this continual assault on white people, especially white males, is absolutely unbelievable. Because I do everything with the line, how would it be if it was the other way around? What would you feel if the shoe was on the proverbial opposite foot? And we all know what would happen if it's on the opposite foot. What would be said, how there would be a response to it, what people would be saying, the outrage, the press releases, everything, the protests. But because for some unknown reason, and I've still every time look at the dictionary definition of racism, and I keep finding it doesn't have a brackets except for white people. Now, I did a couple of videos ago with why all the hate to white men. And somebody said, God forbid people wanting to make the world a better place. How is being racist to a white person making the world a better place? Well, we all know why. It's because they've bought into this media-generated bullshittery that no one understands truly. What they're doing is they're told, oh, you've got to do this. You've got to believe that white men are evil. Every skin colour on this planet has done something wrong. Every skin colour on this planet cannot say they haven't got blood on their hands. It's just not going to happen. You can't take that attitude. It's just massively wrong. You see, I am against racism, actual racism. And what is being done by media and by governments is the creation of actual racism against white men, specifically white men over the age of 25. You're trying to portray this film Adolescence series of bullshittery is going to be shown in all the schools, because it shows what happens when white misogyny programmed off the internet, because that isn't the problem. You are creating a problem that doesn't really exist that much. Not with white boys, it doesn't. Not with white men, it doesn't. Small minority. But when you look at it the other way around, where it should reflect, it's a massive problem. Remember that you have people coming from a culture where women are treated like shit. From that so-called religion of peace or whatever it's called. Absolutely treat women like crap. So I've got to crack the windows open slightly because it's getting too hot in the car. The weather's quite nice in the UK for a change. There we go. A little bit of airing. And yet, the second you draw attention to it, it's okay. Well, we're trying to make the world a better place. What? By becoming everything you claim to be against. You can't spend your life screaming racism at everything that is terrible, and then when there's blatant, obvious racism, well, it's okay, it's white people. Check the dictionary definition of racism. I think you're wrong. In fact, I don't think you're wrong. I absolutely 100% know that you are wrong. The film Adolescence is now being used for its real purpose, which is, apart from demonising white men, is now allowing for, well, you see, the smartphones have got to be banned because of Andrew Tate, which is, again, another excuse. Look, Andrew Tate may be a bit of a knobhead at times, but there are other times what he says is true. Now, I mean, no matter how you try to sugarcoat it, without white men, things would be different. And not in a making the world a better place, because in reality, it doesn't. And if you want a prime example of how not having white people around, just go and have a walk around London recently. Yeah, just go for a quick walk through Small Heath, Spark Hill, Spark Brook, especially now. I mean, they're going about the rubbish strike, and it's terrible. That's what it always looks like. And don't pretend it doesn't. It's just got more than normal. It's normally an absolute raging shithole down there. So, will it cost subscribers? Possibly. Will it get a mouthful of abuse from people? Absolutely. But the simple truth of the matter is, I will call this racism out as much as I will call the way that BAFTA treated Noel Clarke after his allegations, which turned out to be nothing, was based purely on racism. They picked on him because he was a working class black guy. That's not right either. And I've called that out. You see, you can't say one thing and then the other. Racism's racism, irrespective of skin colour. It's not rocket science. Any case, 2 videos coming up at the end of this. One will be the last one I uploaded. The other one will be the one that the gods of YouTube, with their mighty algorithm and their amazing ability to censor comments. Sorry guys, that really pisses me off as well. It doesn't help you as trying to make a comment. It doesn't help me as a channel to grow. But it is what it is, I guess. It's what happens when you speak truths and not the narrative. So that one will be called The Chosen One. If you agree with what I'm doing and you like what I'm saying, you can just hit the subscribe button. You can like, you can share. And as I said, you can attempt to leave a comment in the comment section. I don't delete anyone's comments. I just leave them there. So if you make a comment and it goes, it's not me. I promise you it's not me. I leave it. I think so far in the last 3 years this channel's been going, I've actually got rid of 5 comments, and they were all because they were just vile and disgusting. Other than that, they're there. They're there for everybody to see. So, as I said, if they're being deleted, I'm ever so sorry. It's not me. It's really pissing me off as well. It genuinely is. If you do a video about like you know, painting cars, unlimited comments. The second you start drawing attention to issues in the world, yeah, come on YouTube, get with the program. You don't need to censor that hard. You can support the channel in the usual ways. PayPal link, you can buy me a coffee, you can become a member of Patreon. I've got a video coming up soon explaining how things are going to change slightly on the channels with stuff. You can also become a member of the channel. Become the member of the channel, you're guaranteed to get a video at least a minimum of an hour before everybody else. And there'll be other stuff which I'll explain in another video coming very soon. Any case, I've waffled on a little bit too long there, so I'm done. So until the next one.
What the fuck is this?